Hey everyone, welcome to our Amazing Race recap.
Wow, the Amazing Race this year is starting at the LA Coliseum.
That place is freaking huge.
It's beast. I think it seats like 92,000 people.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, 11 teams started off there in a race around the world for $1 million.
A cool $1 million hairs. And yes, for our preview of the race teams, check our first video on Amazing Race this year, Amazing Race 13. There's 11 legs in the race. There's going to be 11 pit stops.
But only 8 of those are eliminations.
Right, so that means 3 non-eliminations for those of you who can't do the math.
So there were no casualties on the start. It's always fun to see what happens.
Yeah.
When he's like, go.
I thought for sure somebody was going to get tripped up on the steps.
There's usually at least 1 or 2 trips.
But... My knee!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they find out that they're going to Salvador, Brazil.
Ooh. And there's 2 different flights they can take. Either American Airlines or United.
Let me just say, immediately, Ken and Tina, I hate.
They are crazy. That lady is like...
I thought the husband was bad, but she's really bad. Crazy. Alright, so Team Geek was first, Mark and Bill, at the airline. And they got on the first flight. Team Cheat, Ken and Tina were second.
Yes.
And half of the people were at the wrong counter. You have to go where the flags are, kids, otherwise it don't count.
Right.
So they had to go jump on the right side. So who else was on the first flight, Maddie?
Terence and Sarah, Nick and Starr, Aja and Ty, and Kelly and Christie.
Okay, they were all on the first flight, and then on the United flight, which was 3 hours later, was...
everyone else.
Thank you.
So once they got to Brazil, they had to travel by taxi to O Rei
Do Pernil.
Yeah. I don't speak Portuguese.
A sandwich shop. Yeah, I know. Everybody thought that in Brazil they spoke Spanish, but actually the language is Portuguese.
Yeah. So,
you have to become an old-style barista and drive this little truck cart through town up this funicular to Praca Da Se. And then you get your next clue.
Everyone was having a problem with these old-style carts because...
they were really skinny.
Things were like falling off and stuff.
The geeks were really inventive. They were the only ones who put their coat over it and tied it.
Wow, that's so inventive.
Hey, it was. And even though it was innovative, they still didn't end up in first. Team Crazy, Terence and Sarah, ended up in first place at that next clue. And the next clue was to take a taxi to a military base called... oh, what was it called? I don't think I wrote it down.
You didn't. So anyway, they had to stay there all night and...
under mosquito nets, because I'm sure the mosquitoes are as big as pterodactyls down
comforting.
There. Yes.
And the order that they checked in will determine the order that they leave.
There was a 9 o'clock for the next morning, a 9:30 slot, and a 9:45 slot. So in the first 9 o'clock slot the next day, the newly datings, which is Team Crazy... the sibling team, the geek team, and Ken and Tina, the cheat team. They're all in the first slot.
And then the 9:30 slot, Aja and Ty, Team Superbad, and the divorcees.
Right. And then finally, in the last slot, they lumped 4 of them again. Anthony and Stephanie, the team Why Bother. Mom and Son team, also known as the Apron String team. And the Hippies and the Southern Belles. So... spending the night there gave some interesting hookups.
Yeah, Dallas and Starr.
Potential hookup. And we find out that Terence is extremely needy.
And jealous because...
he's like the girl in the relationship.
He is. Sarah was all like socializing with all the other teams and he's like, I just want to be held.
No, get out of that relationship. You don't need that. Alright, so everyone's going to be taking a taxi to Pelourinho. And they're going to locate a church to find the next clue. And when they do, they're going to see that it's a detour.
Oh.
Right. And just by the way, everybody who's in the lead is crazy, except for Team Geek.
Team Geek is crazy.
They're pretty sensible, though. But they're pretty sensible.
So, like we said, detour. They have to choose between hard way up and soft way down.
Well, hard way up is climbing on your hands and knees up a multitude of steps, and when you get to the top, you got to ask the drum master, you know, what's my question? And he says, how many steps?
But they didn't know what the question was going to be.
Right.
And if you're wrong, you have to do it again.
Okay, and soft way down is you must locate an outdoor elevator, climb down a cargo net that is 240 feet long.
Yeah.
Well, everybody chose soft way down except
for Team Superbad.
And they didn't have a brain in their head because what did they think the question was going to be?
Without counting.
Yeah. What they really think the question was going to be? What color your socks?
I don't know. So, obviously they got the question wrong and had to do it again, and they looked really dumb.
And a little creative editing. It made them look like they were going to come in last, but they were nowhere near last, so... Terence and Sarah, Team Crazy, they got a little crazy and they missed the marked door to get to the top of the outside elevator, so that set them back 2 or 3 slots.
So after the teams completed the detour, they had to take a boat to the pit stop.
Forte Sao Marcelo.
Yeah, and the last team to arrive was eliminated.
That's right. So, up first was Nick and Starr, Team Sibling.
Alright, and they won a trip for 2 to Belize.
Courtesy of Travelocity.
Nice.
In second place, Team Cheat, Ken and Tina.
Yes. Third place, we have a couple names for them.
Yeah.
Team Crazy, Team High Maintenance.
Yeah.
Terence and Sarah.
Right. And
Team New York.
Yeah. Next place, Team Geek, Mark and Bill.
Then... Team Divorced, Kelly and Christie.
For lack of a better, you know, I mean, they're best friends,
identify
but
yet.
Yeah. Team Apron Strings was next, Toni and Dallas.
Alright, and then Andrew and Dan, Team Superbad.
Only because they really look like them.
And because that's like what it said on CBS.com.
Right. Team Distance, Aja and Ty.
And then Team Why Even Bother, Anthony and Stephanie.
And in last place that didn't get eliminated, Team Belle, Marisa and Brooke. Which leaves Team Eliminated, formerly known as Team Hippie, Arthur and Anita.
Yeah, we hardly knew.
I saw that coming. They just weren't ruthless enough.
They were either going to go really far or be the first ones out.
Well, they were the first ones out.
Yeah.
Next week we have to look forward to an alliance between Team Cheat
and
Team
their names. Nick and Starr and Ken and Tina.
Okay, and they're really pissing off Team High Maintenance, more specifically Terence.
For some reason, this bothers them, and Terence is like, oh, they're one team, blah, blah, blah. And Sarah's like, and they didn't even say hi.
Ah! All right, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Till next week, much love.